Watching some of the things they said about me, man, it really hurt me to the core. Not only are they black men, but these are people I looked up to. And these are people that made mistakes, especially Cris Carter. So some of the things that came out of his mouth, not only personally, but about me as a player, he's washed up and this and that and the other, and he should just retire. How dare you? What am I going to do when I ball out this year? I'm going to have all my fans look up all the people who said something negative about me and put them on blast and prove that when they are on TV, they don't know what they're talking about. All right, see, there's a lot there to digest. What do you make of Peterson's comment?
Well, first things first. For one, I didn't say he was washed up, and I didn't say he should just retire. All right? Those things aren't true. All right? Adrian's inability to deal with what all people go through in the NFL. One day, I'm not going to be myself. This is not Adrian Peterson 2007. In 2007, I was on a national show then, talking about Adrian Peterson. People talking about how special is he. I said, he is one of the rare people that we have seen over the last 20 years that you can have a real conversation. Can this kid from high school go and play pro football? Yeah, I was on TV talking then. Was Adrian sending me notes then? What about when he was potentially breaking the rushing record in Minnesota, the team that I played for? Was he calling me then? Was he saying, hey, man, thanks, man, as a black man, I appreciate you out there saying good things about this other black man. But also, man, you're in the league with 1,600 players. Over 70% of those players are black. So I'm supposed to sit here and just criticize the white guys? Brady, I'm open season. Edelman, let me rip him. Gronk, all right? Let me do that. No, I'm an equal opportunity employer, all right? I didn't say you were washed up. Do I think you're good enough to be a starting running back in a special situation? Like Washington, where their frontline guy got hurt, he is their best option running the football. But, guys, Adrian's age, it's not me. Let me tell you what the history of the NFL says. 3 guys, since the merger, 1970, have had 1,000-yard seasons. 3 guys had 4 seasons. Riggo did it twice. Now, this is in the 80s. Franco did it once. Now, these aren't the style running backs of Adrian Peterson, and Frank Gore, God bless him, he did it 2 seasons ago.
At Adrian's age or older, 33-year-old.
So this is what we're talking about. This is not me just grabbing something out of the sky. I don't have nothing better to do. NFL history says that running backs at that age, they will not rush for 1,000 yards. But also, Adrian, did you listen to the show last year? When this guy right here looked me in the face and said, you're stupid, man. You don't believe that guy right there? He's washed up, Chris. I'm telling you he's washed up. But you know what I do? The same thing I do for all the other great players. I give them benefit of the doubt. Because when I was playing at the end, people gave me the benefit of the doubt. They didn't say the truth. But I was washed up. I shouldn't have been playing. I should have stayed in the booth, and I should have stayed on TV. I should have never went and played with the Dolphins. Man, I was bad. But I know I'm self-aware. Adrian, keep doing your thing. You're fighting against NFL history. You're not fighting against me. It's not good for my brand. It's not good for you to be arguing with you. All right? I hope you have a good season.
That's the thing that I want the audience to know here, is that Chris, last year I said Adrian was no longer, I said, an NFL caliber running back. And James Harrison came for me, and you came for me, and then he goes to Arizona.
Did Adrian send me anything?
No.
No, but I just looked bad all last year.
Right, because what happened was his first game in Arizona.
Let me tell you something. Any day that I'm on this show and that guy looked like he know more football than me, it's not a good day. So, Adrian, let me tell you something. I'm rocked to my core, okay? I'm upset. This guy knows more football than I do.
It was a touch-and-go situation for a while now, and so Adrian had his moments last year. But now he's a year older, even with those 2 monster games. And I will give him credit. Last year, he had 2 excellent games with Arizona, 2 games where he combined for over 300 yards in those 2 games. The problem is everything in between. The 11 carries for 21, the 21 carries for 29, the 14 carries for 26. And now he's a year older. I would argue he's in a tougher situation in Washington than he was in Arizona. And this isn't – and the one thing that I'm going to defend my guy here for a second, because there was one part of the quote that was wildly unfair. Adrian has had, let's call it, a checkered history outside of football, most notably an incident a few years ago in the state of Texas while he was playing for the Vikings. Chris didn't allude to any of that, didn't make any of this personal, didn't say, oh, Andy, there's a lot of pot shots one could take. And he didn't do any of that. And for Adrian to say, especially a guy like Cris Carter, who I know's made a lot of mistakes, that's got
I made a big mistake coming back trying to play that 16th year.
Right, and almost as big a mistake arguing with me
ended up in the hospital.
Right, with the lacerated kidney. And so, like, that was to me out of bounds, but I get why Adrian Peterson's got to do this. He didn't have to say it, but he's got to believe all these guys are wrong. I'm prove them all wrong.
Believe that.
And he's one of the all-time greatest players in the history of this league. And if he can add his name to that list, I will doff my cap to him. Congrats, good luck, God bless. But it's our job to analyze it, and I don't see it coming. You don't see it coming. Shannon, who's the other guy who was taking shots at there, he doesn't see it coming. Maybe we'll all be wrong. Luckily, we'll actually get to see.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.